the most fun drinking game according to science. Hey everybody, and welcome to the most scientific, most thoroughly researched, most experiment ever conducted on drinking games. We've all been there, right? Friday night rolls around, the crew's over, and someone whips out the good old deck of cards or ping pong balls. But tonight, we're settling the score once and for all. Which drinking game reigns supreme in the fun department? We're talking lab coats, clipboards, the whole shebang. Okay, not really, but we did gather some very enthusiastic volunteers, hi guys, and subjected them to a battery of highly sophisticated, extremely technical drinking games. And trust me, things got a little wild. We're talking epic fails, side-splitting laughter, and maybe a spilled drink or two. So buckle up, grab your beverage of choice, responsibly of course, and get ready to discover the scientifically proven most fun drinking game. Let's do this. Beer Pong, the OG of drinking games. First up, we've got the classic, the legendary, the one and only Beer Pong. This game is practically a rite of passage, folks. It's like learning to ride a bike, except instead of falling off and scraping your knee, you miss a cup and end up taking a swig of questionable beer. The strategic lobbing of ping pong balls, the trash talk that could make a sailor blush, the sheer joy of sinking that perfect shot. It's a recipe for a good time, guaranteed. We've got trick shots coming out of our ears. We've got celebrations that would make a touchdown dance look tame. We've even got some, shall we say, creative interpretations of the rules. So grab your cups, grab your balls, ping pong balls that is, and let's get this party started. Because when it comes to drinking games, beer pong is always a slam dunk. King's Cup, where fate decides your fate and your drink. Alright, moving on to a game that's all about chance, destiny, and maybe a little bit of liquid courage. King's Cup. This one's a wild card, folks. You never know what you're gonna get, but that's half the fun, right? We're talking cards flying, rules changing, and enough suspense to rival a game of high-stakes poker. Will you be the lucky soul who draws the king and creates a new rule for the game? Or will you be stuck with the dreaded waterfall, desperately trying to keep up with your thirsty companions? It's a recipe for some seriously hilarious moments, especially after a few rounds. So gather round, ye brave souls, and let the cards decide your fate. Just remember, what happens in King's Cup stays in King's Cup. Unless it's caught on camera, of course. Then it's going straight to the internet. Next, you laugh, you drink, the ultimate test of your composure and your bladder. Get ready to exercise those giggle muscles, folks, because it's time for you laugh, you drink. This game is all about keeping a straight face, which, let's be honest, is nearly impossible when you're surrounded by your hilarious friends and a healthy dose of adult beverages. We're talking ridiculous jokes, embarrassing stories, and maybe even a few well-timed impressions. The goal? Don't laugh. But, trust me, it's harder than it looks. Especially when your buddy whips out his best impression of a chicken trying to cross the road. Spoiler alert, it's hilarious. We've got our contestants armed with water bottles, ready to tally up their drink count with every chuckle, snort, and guffaw. And let me tell you, those numbers are climbing faster than a squirrel on a caffeine bender. So if you're looking for a game that will have you laughing until your cheeks hurt and maybe running to the bathroom a time or two, look no further than You Laugh, You Drink. Just be sure to wear waterproof mascara. You've been warned. Next game, Do or Drink, where daredevils are made and embarrassing stories are born. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get wild with Do or Drink. This game separates the daredevils from the wallflowers, the risk-takers from the rule followers. Are you brave enough to face the unknown? Or will you be drowning your sorrows and your inhibitions at the bottom of your cup? We're talking crazy dares, outrageous challenges, and enough awkward moments to last a lifetime. Will you conquer your fear of heights by standing on a chair and singing your heart out? Or will you play it safe and take a swig of that mystery concoction your friend whipped up? Pro tip, always ask for a sniff test first. Our contestants are facing their fears and pushing their limits, all in the name of good fun, and maybe a little bit of peer pressure. And let me tell you, the results are absolutely priceless. So if you're ready to step outside your comfort zone and create some unforgettable memories, Do or Drink is the game for you. Just remember, what happens in the game stays in the game. Unless it's really, really funny. Then we're posting it on YouTube. Next, Beeropoly, the only time it's acceptable to go bankrupt on beer. Last but not least, we've got the game that combines the thrill of real estate with the joy of intoxication. Beeropoly. That's right, folks, it's Monopoly. But with beer, because everything's better with beer, right? We've got properties to buy, rent to collect, and enough beer-themed shenanigans to make even the most seasoned Monopoly player say, cheers. Will you be a real estate tycoon building your beer empire one property at a time? Or will you end up bankrupt, forced to drink your sorrows and your empty wallet? So gather your friends, crack open a cold one, and get ready to experience the most fun you can have with fake money and a whole lot of beer. Just remember, it's all fun and games until someone flips the board. Then it's every man for himself. Well folks, there you have it. Our highly scientific, extremely rigorous experiment has come to an end. We've laughed, we've cried from laughing too hard, and we've maybe spilled a few drinks along the way. But most importantly, we've determined the scientifically most fun drinking game. Drum roll please. And the winner is, this game scored off the charts in all our carefully calculated categories, proving once and for all that it's the ultimate recipe for a good time. So grab your friends, grab your drinks responsibly of course, and let the good times roll. Cheers to friendship, laughter, and making memories that will last a lifetime.